Welcome back to the channel. I speak a little bit louder because this wood furnace is doing a lot of noise. Many of you have commented about that. It's winter here, I need to heat, and shutting down the furnace for the whole time I'm going to shut a video is not kind of an option. Okay, you've guessed it. It's going to involve the Canon Defender. Up to now, this machine was supposed to be for leisure. Now it's rather for work. So some of you asked me, is that your wife's toy or yours? That's a tricky question. Anyways, you might notice something on this specific model of UTV that you don't see much on other UTV. I've seen it. You can see the front wheel is sticking out a lot out of the, let's say, the cab. I'll show you that there's some good advantage for that there, but there's good downsides of it. Okay. From the front of the machine, you can see how much the wheels are sticking out, especially the front wheel. Obviously, same for the other side. The rear wheel doesn't seem to stick as much outside, so I wondered, is the front track wider than the right track? And the answer is no. That is only the fact that this part of the UTV is narrower than the back here. So that's the driving position. And you've guessed it. If I run into mud or water, I'm going to get it all inside. It's going to go up, and you sure can guess that if this wheel is sticking out, it's going to bring a lot of mud here. It's going to go up. It's going to mess the entire thing. So, what's the project then? So the project is to add some flares here. They sell it especially for that purpose. So stick around with me. We'll install this, and hopefully next spring we'll see how effective it is. First of all, each Defender has these small dimples. I haven't done anything, I haven't drilled anything. They are location for the screws. That's nice. And by the way, I've cleaned that. It's not like as clean as that usually. It's rather like this. Could be even worse. Ooh. So I know, Dave, the machine is really dirty. I'm not maintaining my machines like you do. So let's do some unboxing. Not so often I unbox my projects. I build them. The kit comes with 6 parts. There will be 1 part for the front fender and 2 parts from the back, because 1 part is attached to the box, which tilts, and the other part is attached to the frame. Okay, we've got the instruction here. So it says that for safety reasons, this kit must be installed on applicable models only and by an authorized BRP dealer or a qualified mechanic. I think I'll take a chance and qualify myself as skilled enough for doing so. Okay. Well, it might not be as simple as I thought. It was almost a plug and play. One detail, this, when we bought the UTV, it was already all equipped. It was a demo. We were told there was a lot of options included in it, and we figured that yes, sure. This option I didn't know of is this is a, let's say, 3/16 of an inch thick aluminum plate which goes and wrapped underneath, so it protects the sides and the bottom of the machines from here to here, and there's some small kind of step here. Anyways, this is actually screwed on the back but riveted underneath. I would like to avoid removing the rivets on the bottom. I went back on YouTube, I said, oh, there might be a lot of guys doing so. Nope. They all have the Fender or the flare to install, but none of them have this bottom plate. So as you can see, this is going to be here, and the other, there's another section, I mean here, but you see it's not going to fit. Okay, so I had to go online for instruction from the manufacturer, and yes, they've planned that, and they provide the template to cut. There's some cuts you have to do to have this fit. Okay, this is the instruction. There's much more pages, but this is the page that is of interest for us. So it says a vehicle is equipped with aluminum lateral protection must be cut following template provided in this instruction sheets. So there seems to be a part we need to cut. Now they seem to show a view where the cutout is being made. Then I've got those two templates, template number 1, template number 2. This one I've found to fit, so you see this curve here is going to follow this one. So I'm going to use scissors. I'm going to cut this template, fit on this one, and mark it. Okay, so I cut this template. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Does fit. So it says to cut along the line. I'll mark this. Okay, this is what I have to remove, right? And see here, there's a reinforcing rib, let's say so. And I'm assuming that this is going right here. Yes, that's right. So again, this is the left fender. I'm pretty sure I can use the same template for the other side. That makes sense. Let's cut that. Now remember, if you have a finer marker, that will help. So in my case, I have to remember to remove the wall line. And again, this small piece here. So the same template can be used both sides. This one is quite big, so what I do is I cut what I can and I finish with X-Acto. So if you wonder, this tab, we've cut this one with the template here. This one, if it's remaining, you need to remove it. It's just a matter of where you cut on the line, the side, so it's barely attached. So this one, you remove it. So it's much easier to cut with the cutting disc and making the small adjustment. It's better going this way. This should fit nicely here. It's location. Yeah. So. Unfortunately, I just don't know why, but those dimples, actually this one, so I have 1, 2, 3, and I have 1, 2, it's not fitting, not going to work, so this one will, makes no sense, this one is not going to go here, so I'm just assuming maybe this is for the 2020 model, I do have the 2019 model. So this one fit here, and by the way, don't be worried to punch the gas tank. It's further inside, it's only a pipe going in. So I'm going to move up the bed so I can get access behind this. Okay, from the outside, if you look inside, you can access from here or here. I don't know if you can see anything, but I can reach with my hand. This is perfectly hollow and the gas tank is here, so there's no danger that you puncture your gas tank. I'm going to start with this one, like so, 1/8 drill. Okay, using this screw, I just don't know yet how I'm going to screw this, except by using a very small key, which will be very long. Even a stubby ratchet is not fitting there much. Using a marker, like this. So side. Okay, I'm going to use this small T, T 30 on one side, this very small stubby wrench on the other side. for this one. Okay, for the front fender, you have all these dimples you punch with 1/8 hole, but here, this is the approximative location. There's no dimple whatsoever, or at least I cannot see it, neither can I feel it, with especially this mossy oak pattern. But from the inside, I could locate the reinforcing tab. Okay, should be about here. Not easy to show you that on camera, so you can find it. From where I am, I cannot see it, but you should be able to see it right here. Maybe here. I'm going to punch a hole through this reinforcing part. Should be here. That's the hole. Okay, from this side, same pattern. I'm going to put that screw in. I'm going to locate this. So it may be easier to just stop each and every screw while you can see them. Yep. We all know that they are in line with holes. Okay, this is it. So you can see now the wheels are flush with the flare fenders, and even at the back they are within the fenders, well within the fenders. Will provide a good protections. Okay, that was this very small project for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you on the next one.